picked up this brand new Rolls Royce Ghost Series 2 a couple of days ago. It has been a delight, to say the least, living with the last couple of days. So thank you to Rolls Royce and the Schmoll Garage in Zurich for organising this car for me. And it just so happens winter has returned. A Rolls Royce in the snow. Doesn't it look magnificent? This is not just a car. It actually feels somewhat insulting to call this a car. It is so much more than that. It's peace, it's isolation, especially from the hectic world that we live in today. It's serenity at any speed. It's a workspace. It's a social space. It's a place of entertainment. The point being, it is so much more than just a car. A lot of people are against, putting your hands around a nice car, but not in a Rolls Royce. You need to touch everything. You need to feel it and appreciate all of the materials, as I've just done here. Very relaxing. I have my shoes off. Don't worry, I'm not going to put my feet up here with my shoes on. And if I open this, move my legs, have this exquisite armrest, of course, back here. A fridge. Pull this down and here we go. Champagne fridge with two lovely champagne glasses. Obviously glass. Don't be fooled. How dare you think there would be plastic in here? Although I could sit here all day long without driving, we do have one of the most advanced V12s up front. So let's go for a quick lap in the snow. Close the door, obviously not by hand, by switch down here. You don't close the door yourself in a Rolls Royce. And as soon as the door has closed, this peace, this chamber of isolation begins. Start the car. It's a little bit cold right now because I've been sat here for the last hour, probably a bit longer actually. So you hear the engine a bit more on startup as it warms up. But as soon as it warms up, it is just silent. And what amazes me every time is the car does not move at all. You wouldn't even know the engine is running. It is absolutely perfectly still. Snow is quite deep here. We have four-wheel drive. Rear wheel steering. It's actually very usable, this car. It seems to glide whatever situation you're in, whether that's going fast, whether that's driving more dynamic, whether that's going slow and quiet, whether that's going through a snowfield as it was then. It just does it perfectly every time. The sound system in here is, as you could imagine, outstanding. Listening to music has never been so nice. And if I had one, I really would. Just sometimes invite a friend to sit in the back. We go and get a takeaway coffee, for example, and just sit in the back and chat. It's a portable, private luxury coffee shop. I couldn't tell you yet, after 3 days living with this car, one thing that I don't like or annoys me, or I question. Maybe I'm getting old, I don't know. But I kind of want one. Now, of course, something like this would be way out of my price range, but I definitely would consider having a Rolls Royce next instead of a supercar or a sports car. Because first of all, I just think they look fantastic. I think it's such a good looking car. And there is room for also doing some modifications. I've seen some, with kind of bigger, more special wheels on and a bit lower suspension. And they just look ridiculously cool. So that image that used to have that a Rolls Royce would be for the older businessman has definitely gone. I know a lot of Rolls Royce clients now are younger than ever. Gone is that image of being a businessman in the back in a suit. It really is a car for everyone and anyone now. That can afford it, of course. Now, as much as I'm someone that loves to drive supercars with noise, I can appreciate this just as much. 563 horsepower. Not bad at all. Yes, it's relatively heavy. I'm not sure exactly. I think around the 2.5 ton mark. But it does go, trust me. When you want the power, it's there. And as I said, it's just handed to you gently. You don't need to look around thinking how to make the suspension harder and put it into sports mode. It just listens to you. If you accelerate more, it's going to adjust the car correctly for you. The smoothest ride I've ever had in my life. I really understand what they say now about that magic carpet ride. You are just gliding through the air. All of the electronics are updated in the Series 2. I have to say, I really like it. And if you're wondering, is it really worth it? Is it really worth spending around $500,000 on one of these? And honestly, yes, it really is that much better than any other luxury car. And driving it the last couple of days, what I really notice is when you're passing other cars and when you park this in the garage next to normal cars, but still expensive cars, we're talking, €100,000 cars, suddenly they look really, really basic. Another detail I love is when you put the seat heating on, it also heats up the center here and the armrest. Just a really, really nice thing to have, especially on days like today. And it really would be a second workspace for me. I really would sometimes just go and sit in the back, bring my laptop, edit videos from the back, write emails. We should do one acceleration test, shouldn't we? I honestly don't feel the need to put my foot down whatsoever. But 15 kph, flat down. Oh yes! Yeah, it pulls. Not that you probably would have seen much then. Of course, that's part of the Rolls Royce joy. Doing it with ease, without drama. But I can assure you it was pulling then. That was actually the first time I've heard the engine also. So you do hear it when you put your foot flat down, which is nice, of course. But now just driving like this, absolute peace.